3 feet of green blades, troubled times. Chapter 1. The wind is surging, and the green front is emerging. The sky was gloomy and the cold wind was howling. Lu Feng stood alone on the city wall, gazing at the undulating battle flags in the distance. This is a troubled time, the princes are divided, and the shadow of swords is everywhere. He held the 3-foot green blade in his hand, and with a gentle wave, the cold light of the blade flickered, reflecting his resolute eyes. As a man, you should raise a 3-foot green edge and make extraordinary achievements. He whispered, determined to write his own legend in this beacon. Chapter 2. The battlefield is fierce, and the blood is stained. When Lu Feng first entered the barracks, he faced a group of veterans who had experienced hundreds of battles. He was not afraid of difficulties and went into battle personally, wielding his sword to cut down the enemies like cutting grass, and made great achievements in battle. But the battlefield is not only about courage, but also about strategy and unity. In a crisis of enemy ambush, Lu Feng led the troops to counterattack with his keen judgment and calm command, and won the respect and trust of the soldiers. Chapter 3. Intrigue and conspiracy in the court. Outside the battlefield, the battle in the court is even more complicated. Lu Feng, as both a general and a court official, knew that power was like a sword, and could hurt him if he was not careful. He carefully dealt with all forces and dealt with the clans. At a court meeting, Lu Feng noticed a conspiracy against the emperor, secretly collected evidence, outwitted the crisis, and preserved the foundation of the country. Chapter 4. Entanglement of love, the bond between close friends and enemies. In troubled times, Lu Feng met 2 friends with very different personalities, the cold strategist Su Jin and the bold warrior Lu Ling. The 3 of them are like siblings, but because of their different positions, they have fallen into conflicts and contradictions many times. Especially with Shen Ling, a former battlefield opponent who later became a powerful minister in the DPRK, there were both hatred and subtle feelings of mutual respect. This intricate network has become a double-edged sword for Lu Feng to move forward. Chapter 5. A sudden change in the situation, rebellion breaks out. Just as Lu Feng was rising step by step, a rebel army quietly rose. He was involved in a sudden rebellion, and the battlefield instantly turned into a sea of blood. The rebel leader was mysterious and his whereabouts were erratic, shocking the government and the public. Lu Feng led his troops to fight hard, even deep behind enemy lines, and launched covert operations in an effort to thwart the rebellion plot. Chapter 6. The plot turns. Loyalty and treachery are hard to distinguish. The truth of the rebellion gradually became clear, and Lu Feng discovered that the mastermind behind it was actually a former courtier who tried to seize power through the chaos. But this person has an inextricable past with Lu Feng, grievances and family vendettas. In the face of a situation where loyalty and treachery are difficult to distinguish, Lu Feng must make a difficult choice between grievances and righteousness. Every step of his decision is related to the life and death of tens of thousands of soldiers, and also determines the future of the world. Chapter 7. Burn your boats. Decisive battle at Dusk Peak. Finally, Lu Feng led his loyal soldiers to the decisive battle. The battlefield is located on a dangerous peak called the Top of Dusk, and the terrain is dangerous and conducive to defense. The 2 sides fought fiercely, and in the shadow of swords, Lu Feng showed extraordinary martial arts and leadership temperament. He led the army to win more with less, defeated the main force of the rebels, and regained control of the country's destiny. Chapter 8. The hero ends, and the country is picturesque. The war ended and peace returned to the world. Although Lu Feng was seriously injured, he was satisfied. He made extraordinary achievements, but he understood that the real victory was to bring peace to the people. He chose to retire to the rivers and lakes, reunite with old friends, and share the breeze of mountains and rivers. The troubled times will eventually pass, but the green edge in the heart of the husband will never be eroded. Chapter 9 The Legend of the 3-Foot Young Blade. Lu Feng's story was recited into poetry in later generations and became an example for countless later heroes. His name is not only synonymous with swords and war, but also a symbol of perseverance, wisdom, and loyalty. In that stormy era, he used a 3-foot green blade to cut through the darkness and illuminate the future. Chapter 10 Undercurrents SURG, Intrigues Rise Again. The news of Lu Feng's retirement quickly spread all over the world, and the government and the opposition were shaken. However, beneath the calm surface, a new storm is quietly brewing. Within the imperial court, a mysterious force called the Ink Shadow Alliance quietly rose. The organization acted secretively, and its influence quickly penetrated officials and senior military officials at all levels, and even the loyal generals of the past were co-opted. After Lu Feng's old friend Su Jin returned to the DPRK, he found clues of this force, and he tried to warn Lu Feng, but was treated coldly. Su Jin decided to secretly investigate the organization, but was in danger. When Lu Feng learned the news, he decided to re-enter the world and join hands with his old friend Lu Ling to step into this intricate whirlpool of power again. Chapter 11 Secret Talk in the Night, The Conspiracy of the Ink Shadow Alliance. Late at night, Lu Feng and Su Jin sneaked into the darkest corner of the capital, Shadow Alley. In a secret tea house, they caught a glimpse of the high-level meeting of the Ink Shadow League. During the meeting, the leader Mo Han smiled and planned a plan to subvert the imperial court, to install spies in the court, to provoke conflicts between the emperor and loyal ministers, and finally achieve full control of power. Lu Feng faced this bottomless darkness, and his heart couldn't help but feel heavy. He knew that this struggle would be more brutal than fighting on the battlefield. Chapter 12 The Contest of Power and the Escalation of the Palace Secret War. In order to uncover the true face of the Ink Shadow League, Lu Feng began to secretly recruit loyal ministers and heroes in the court. He unexpectedly reunited with his former rival Shen Ling, and the two let go of their past grievances and fought against a common enemy together. The two sides went back and forth in the court, and schemes emerged one after another. At a court meeting, Lu Feng cleverly exposed a conspiracy to frame Zhong Liang, which greatly thwarted the plan of the Ink Shadow League. But he knows that the real crisis is yet to come. Chapter 13 Emotional Entanglement, Chaos in the World. In addition to the chaotic politics, Lu Feng's love life has also made waves. He meets his childhood sweetheart, Su Yao, the daughter of a prominent family, again. Su Yao is gentle and resolute, but she is bound by family pressure and cannot freely choose her own destiny. And Lu Feng was also attracted by a mysterious woman Yu Ning, whose identity was a mystery, but helped many times at critical moments. The two relationships are entangled, and Lu Feng struggles between love and responsibility. Chapter 14 Crisis Lurks, Traitors Appear. There was a split within the Ink Shadow League, and a core member secretly contacted Lu Feng and was willing to provide key information. This traitor, named Kite, was once a right-hand man in Lu Feng's army, but fell into the enemy camp due to a misunderstanding. Kite revealed that Mo Han had already set up a killing situation and planned to launch a coup d'état on the night of the emperor's birthday banquet. Lu Feng and Su Jin quickly arranged precautions and prepared to expose the conspiracy at the birthday banquet. Chapter 15 The Birthday Banquet Turmoil, The Conspiracy Under the Shadow of the Sword and Sword. On the night of the birthday banquet, the capital was brightly lit and all the ministers gathered together. Just as the banquet reached its climax, the assassins of the Ink Shadow Alliance infiltrated in an attempt to assassinate the emperor and create chaos. Lu Feng led the charge, drew his sword and killed the assassin. The scene was filled with swords and sabers, and was in chaos. Su Jin cracked the talisman trap of the alliance leader Mo Han in the shadows to ensure the emperor's safety. Finally, Lu Feng successfully captured Mo Han, and the coup plot was completely shattered. underscore 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 un. Chapter 16 and a New Beginning. After the failed coup, the Moying League collapsed and the imperial court restored semblance peace. Lu Feng was named Marquis of Zhou and became an unshakable pillar in the court. Su Yao and Lu Feng finally worked together to build the future, and Yu Ning's figure gradually dissipated into the rivers and lakes. Lu Feng understood that although the chaotic times had temporarily subsided, the changes in the situation would never end. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 17, 3-foot-long sword, never rusts. Lu Feng's legend has been passed down in later generations and has become an undying glory in the hearts of heroes and heroes. He used his 3-foot green blade to split the fog of troubled times, and also split the haze of people's hearts. A man should mention a 3-foot green front, no matter how the situation changes, he should point out the country with unchanging faith and make extraordinary achievements. Chapter 18 The Shadow of the Underworld, the Embers of Darkness. Although the coup was suppressed, the remnants of the Ink Shadow Alliance secretly gathered and vowed revenge. These remnants used the underground black market and the power of the rivers and lakes to secretly train assassins and magicians to prepare for the next storm. Lu Feng felt an unprecedented pressure. He knew that the war was not over yet, and the real darkness had just begun. Su Jin and Lu Ling assisted him in organizing an elite force called Qing Feng Guard, which specialized in suppressing these hidden forces. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 19 Bloody Battle in the Valley, the Hero Returns. The Qing Feng Guard tracked the remnants of the Ink Shadow Alliance to the depths of the valley. The valley is shrouded in eerie fog and is full of danger. Lu Feng led his team deep into the depths and encountered layers of ambushes and supernatural tricks, and the troops suffered heavy casualties. At the critical moment, his former comrade-in-arms Shen Ling led reinforcements to arrive and help Lu Feng escape. The two sides engaged in a life-and-death battle, and Lu Feng single-handedly killed the leader of the valley and put an end to this dark force. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 20 The Battle for Imperial Power, a New Bloody Situation. Just after the Battle of the Valley, a new power vacuum appeared in the court, and the prince and the regent around the emperor secretly wrestled. Lu Feng was forced to get involved in this imperial power struggle and had to deal with the two factions. Su Yao's family is deeply involved in the whirlpool of power struggles, and she has also become a pawn. In the face of political storms, Lu Feng needs to use wisdom and patience in addition to force. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 21 The conspiracy is reversed, and the truth is revealed. Lu Feng found that there was a larger dark force behind the regent, intending to use the imperial power struggle as a cover to set off greater chaos. He conspired with Su Jin to collect evidence and expose the conspiracy. At a secret meeting in the court, Lu Feng exposed the regent's conspiracy in public with ironclad evidence. The regent was deposed and the imperial power was consolidated. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 22 Peace in the World, Heroes Retreat. The troubled times finally subsided, and the world was settled. Lu Feng became famous, but chose to bid farewell to the disputes between the court and the rivers and lakes, and lived in seclusion in the ancient temple in the deep mountains. Su Yao was with him, and the two joined hands to welcome an ordinary but happy life. Qing Feng Guard has become a legend that guards the peace of the country. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 23 The Green Blade shines forever, and the country is picturesque. Many years later, Lu Feng stood on the top of the mountain, looking at the sky. He knows that no matter how the situation changes, the 3-foot green blade is not only a weapon, but also a symbol of faith and spirit. He spent his life writing the most brilliant chapter in troubled times. His name will always accompany this country and become a hero praised by future generations. Underscore 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 un. Postscript. An epic where pride and wisdom coexist. When a man is alive, he should make extraordinary contributions with a 3-foot green front, but more importantly, shoulder responsibility and protect peace.